Hey everybody, welcome back. Happy New Year. We made it, y'all. We made it. It's 2025. There was a moment where I was thinking we was never going to make it because 2024, I think, was wearing out its welcome, in my opinion. It was not a good year for me. There was just a lot going on. I lost 4 friends last year, and that was pretty awful. 2 of them, I could not attend their funeral. One was in the States and the other one was here in France, and he died when I was away on holiday. So there was no way for us to make it back in time. So yeah, it's, we're gonna just hope for a better 2025. I'm very optimistic, which is kind of odd because I'm usually the pessimistic one. But I'm very optimistic for 2025. I think it's going to be a good year overall. I think it's going to be better. It just won't be very evident in the beginning. But I think we're going to come to some kind of an understanding that we're going to make it work. However, the chips may fall. We just going to make this work. So let's go back, roll it back to 2024 and talk about how it went for me with my reading. Okay. It's the first year in quite a few years that I have not made my reading goal. My reading goal last year was 70 books and I only read 56. Yeah, well, it is what it is. Stuff happens. And you don't make your goal. Like I said, it's been a while since I've done it, but it's not the first time that I've missed my goal. So even though I missed my goal, I still did things in reading that I'm very proud of and, that I attribute to my 18,000. Wait, let me get the stats. Let me get them exactly, the stats that I attribute to my 18,363 pages that I read last year. And so let's just, go down the list and talk about what I wanted to do and what actually really happened. So one of my first goals, which we talked about, was wanting to read 70 books, and it just didn't happen. But I wanted to read 10 big books, which is what I usually set my big books reading at. And I didn't make it, y'all. I didn't make it. I only read 8. Oh, I'm so gutted. I only read 8 out of 10. What was I thinking? Yeah. Normally, I usually get those 10 books fairly early on in the year. I would say by the month of June or July, I've already read like 7 of them or something. And I don't know, for this year, I don't know. Just didn't happen. So I only read 8. Oh, well. So what I'm going to read for 2025 is 10. I'm going to stick with 10 books in 2025. And as far as books read for the year, I'm going to set it at 50, which is what I usually set it at, is 50. And I usually read something like 60 something or sometimes even 70 something. So we're just going to stick with 2025. We're going to read 50 books in a year, and we're going to read 10 big books. And big books for me are 400 pages and over. All right, so what else happened? So I wanted to try to limit how much I was on Instagram this year. And for the most part, I tried to do that. And I think I did it okay, but I think I'm going to be more strategic about it this year. I think what I'm going to probably do is pick certain days where I will not be on Instagram. And that just, that's it. I will not be on there. And I think that might work better, but we will see. So the idea is last year I wanted to be about 60% on YouTube, 20% on my blog, and 10% on IG. Well, I pretty much failed at the 10% on IG because I was on there a lot more than that. I was still on it less, but I was still a lot more than 10%. And I was not anywhere close to being 20% of my time on my blog. So that's got to change. And I think I was pretty much 60% on YouTube, if not more. But I think what I'm going to do this year is I'm just going to say for my blog, I'm going to try to do a blog post a week. I think I can make that work. I'm going to limit my IG, but I'm going to pick specific days for that. And the rest of the time I will spend on YouTube and on my my book clubs, so my Patreon book club and my book club here in Normandy. And that's how I'm going to kind of, split my time up. All right. And now the other thing I did say I wanted to try last year was Fable. I tried it and it crashed and burned. I did not like that app at all. I think I set everything up, and I think I closed and shut everything down. I want to say it was September or October. I just was like, I had no desire to be on there. I couldn't because normally these apps, you try to make connection with people and, that kind of thing. And that wasn't working because the way it's set up. It's set up more for groups that are already there for a reason. So for example, if you have a book club, you want to start a book club, Fable would be a good place to start one because there are a lot of book clubs over there. I feel like if I would have joined a book club, then I probably would have made the connections I needed. But if you're not on a book club or in a reading group over there, then you're just going to be sitting around posting to the air. There's otherwise nobody on there. So I completely stopped that. I was like, I'm not going to add another social media app, that I have to follow. I don't want to do that. So no more Fable for me personally. All right. I did say that I was going to open a second channel, which I did open my second channel, Alda, which is my art channel where I do a lot of art and creative things over there. I managed to get to, because I think I really opened it at the beginning of the year, but I didn't really start posting regularly until the mid-year, July or something. I think I've only grown it till about 73, subscribers. But, I haven't been on there like that. Like I've been on there, been posting pretty regularly at certain periods, but I need to be on there posting much more regularly. So I need to post at least one post a week over there or 2 posts a week over there, something like that, in order to really get it going. But I feel like since posting, because I started posting regularly for Junk Journal July, and when Junk Journal July happened, I was on it and I was posting every day. And that got me into the mode of posting. That was one of the reasons why I got as many subscribers as I have now over there. So I'm hoping to get a lot more this year and to up the channel so that it recognizes that I'm the one that owns the second channel without me having to give my ID in order to do it, because I don't want to do that. But, we're going to see. So if you're interested in seeing what I'm doing in my art life, go over to Alda and check it out. Subscribe if you feel like you want to do it. I would be very greatly appreciative of that. All right. So next, what did I say? Oh yeah. Okay. I wanted to do also more junk journals, and which I did do more of those. And I wanted to do more art journaling, like daily art journaling. That I failed at, because I need to be able to do that, I think, within a certain period of time, because I think doing it literally daily, every day, 365 days, it's not going to work for me just because of my schedule and all the other things I have to do. So the goal for this year will be to try to art journal a bit more regularly. We're going to do like that. We're going to take the pressure off. We're not going to do every day, kind of thing. All right. And then, of course, studying my Italian because, I'm a beginner. I just started learning Italian last year. And I think it was the beginning of last year. And I had a teacher and, I was quite happy having a teacher and everything. But now my lessons with her are over. So now I have to take it, on myself to do my own, learning and stuff on my own until I can figure out what kind of class I want to go into next. I'm waiting to find out how much I've improved since level 0. Hopefully I've gotten to A2 minus or at least A1 plus would make me happy, but I would really love A2 minus, but I know that's not going to happen. I think it's going to be more like A1 plus. So I will continue down that road as well. What else? Yes, I will be doing the 12 picks from my husband. Like I did last year, I will be doing a video to tell you how that went for the year 2024. And I will be coming at you with my first pick in one of my next shorts. So you can see what I'll be reading for the month of January, because he's already picked out the 12 books. But this time he actually read the covers and the inside jackets before he decided what he was going to wrap up. Because last time he just looked at the cover and said, oh, that's a cute cover, or that's a pretty cover. I like the way that title sounds. Okay, let me put it. So since he did it like that, I was like, can you like put a little bit more intellect into your choices? So then he said, okay. So it's done. The books are there. I just have to pick the first one for January. So I haven't a clue what it's going to be. So speaking of Read So Lit. So Read So Lit that I do with Michael and Tatiana, which are the open reading sessions, read-alongs that we do 3 times a year, once in February, once in July, and once in October. So October is for Read So Lit is for Black History Month in the UK. February is for Black History Month in the US, and July is just for like a summer read. So what did we read the year of 2024? We had an excellent reading year. So February, we did The Known World by Edward P. Jones, a great modern classic. Such a good read. Highly recommend it. Then in July, we did another one. We did Deneen Milner's One Blood, another very good modern contemporary. Very good read. Highly recommended as well. And then we finished up in October for Black History Month UK, and we read The Secret Diaries of Charles Ignatius Sancho. So this year we've already picked out our book for February, and we will be reading Country Place by Ann Petrie, which is this one right here. So if you want to join us in February, kind of get your schedule ready, go grab your book from wherever you're going to grab it, and come and read with Tatiana, Michael, and I, and be ready for the discussion of Country Place at the end of February. So that's pretty much all of the things that happened last year and what I hopefully will happen this year. You know, as a whole, I'm not, too mad about it, even though I didn't finish my goal. What I did do in 2024 that really made me happy, like over the moon happy, was reading and finishing the Rougon Macau series by Émile Zola with my buddy Anna, and we read it in French. And it took us 2 years and 3 months, and I was ecstatic when it was all over. Like, I actually miss reading Zola. I mean, I could almost go and pick up the first book again and start all over again. We loved it just that much. So I'm really proud of being able to have done that in the past 2 years and 3 months. And the second thing I'm really proud of is reading Les Misérables. I mean, yeah, getting started and trying to, head off that read along with my buddies, Michael and Tatiana from Michael Reads and Musical Tati. Those are my ride or die posse for the read-alongs for Read So Lit. They said they wanted to come along with me on this Franco, classic read. And we had a blast reading it, and we had a wonderful time discussing it, the three of us, with the crowd that was in the chat. We're really proud about having finished that. Now, we wanted to finish it in 2 months, so we started in October, and we wanted to finish at the end of November, but we actually finished, I think it's the second week of December. So it took us 2 months and 2 weeks. And you know what? I'm still not mad at that, because I know a lot of people, they read Les Misérables over the entire year. I preferred reading it like I did, like in a concentrated manner. We had such a good time reading it and discussing it. I highly recommend reading and discussing Les Misérables. I mean, come on now. French classics are where it's at. Even though there aren't a lot of people on here on the English and American Booktube that are talking a lot about French classics. I think y'all need to get into French classics. And Anna and I will be reading 12 more books in French this year. And I'll be coming to you with a video breaking that down. So if you would like to read along with us, you can get the English copy and read along with us. So yeah, so that's about it. Those are the main things that happened last year and that I hope will happen this year. So thanks for watching. Comment below and tell me what is your main goal for your reading of this year. And I'll be back with another video very soon. Thanks for watching. Bye.